Hey, everybody, I'll follow up later in the day. I just want to get this started by saying that it's just a few hours. The WNBA is going to expand to San Francisco. It's going to announce WNBA expansion to San Francisco and not Oakland, in a move that I read is Joe Lacob sandbagging the African American sports entertainment group Ray Bobbitt in Oakland, who, as far back as 2021, officially announced their effort to try to bring the WNBA to Oakland. Now, the this is basically how the story goes. Okay, um, Joe Lacob was said to have planned the new team's headquarters in Oakland, but playing in San Francisco at Chase Center, which the Warriors own. So, but you have to ask, okay, what happened with Rebecca Kaplan, Oakland Councilmember at Large, Ray Bobbitt, and the AASEG? So we have to go back to 2014, and as part of the Oakland Mayoral Election, I produced and helmed an event called the Oakland Sports Forum. And there, Oakland At Large Councilmember Rebecca Kaplan said that she would bring the WNBA to Oakland. And if you want to see the full account of that, just go to zenireport.com right now. Then, at that point, even though she lost the 2014 mayoral election to Oakland District 4 Councilmember Libby Schaaf, who became the 50th mayor of Oakland, the at-large council member kept on her objective. Okay. Now, in 2021, Rebecca partnered with the new African American Sports Entertainment Group, or AASEG, and gave a press conference that established the shared intent of bringing the WNBA to Oakland. Remember, they brought out Atlanta Beard and everything. Well, first thing we did it at Leverett and Jones, and then had an event later that year, 2021. Both press conferences in full are at Zenny62 YouTube. All right. We're the only news organization that has all of these full press conferences you can watch and recap who said what to whom when, right? But I digress. At any rate, that same year and into the next year, 2022, the AASEG would work on two fronts: landing a WNBA team for Oakland, and then making an overall plan for development, which includes pursuing NFL expansion and the development of Coliseum City, ostensibly in partnership with the Oakland Athletics, but that's an entirely other story. All right. The trouble is, both paths that they took were more complicated than they looked at first. The fact is that while Ray Bobbitt, the head of AASEG and its founder, managed to partner with well-heeled Loop Capital, he never had a solid contact with WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. No phone conversations and no Zoom meetings face to face. No time to give a presentation before WNBA Commissioner Engelbert. Just talks, just talks with the WNBA legal representatives and chief operating officer, and that's it. Not once did Ray Bobbitt talk to the WNBA commissioner. Not once. Okay. By contrast, when I was working on bringing the Super Bowl to Oakland, the 2005 Super Bowl specifically, I knew I didn't have a clear path to get that done until I met with NFL Commissioner then Paul Tagliabue. This is in the year 2000, 1999 to 2000, all right? And my team, the Oakland County Sports Commission, knew that. So we finally did have our meeting May 10th of 2000 in New York in Paul Tagliabue's office at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That was a Wednesday. After our presentation of our plan to host the 2005 Super Bowl, NFL Commissioner Tagliabue announced Oakland, along with Jacksonville and Miami, as finalists for the right to host the 2005 Super Bowl contest. And, or if you like, Super Bowl XXIX. Okay. Also, Ray Bobbitt never once talked to Golden State Warriors owner Joe Lacob. Not once. Okay. According to a source, WNBA staff left Ray Bobbitt with the idea that talking to Joe was not necessary. I kid you not. All right. That was under the WNBA that had the women's team that was part of the NBA. I mean, that actually had happened before, but there were those, including myself, who still thought that you needed a team's buy-in if you wanted to bring a WNBA team to, say, the Bay Area. That was my thought from the start. I didn't know that they had decoupled, but given the way things have transpired, I was right all along. But I digress. All right. So on top of all this, Joe Lacob actually wanted to bring a WNBA team to not to Oakland, but to the Bay Area, San Francisco, and Chase Center as far back as 2014. He said so to ESPN. He said, and I quote, "We do have interest." He said this on KNBR radio then, and this was reported in ESPN. "I think it would be very successful here in the Bay Area." And then Lacob confirmed to ESPN that his team had talked with the WNBA about the Sparks, but indicated he didn't know whether the Warriors would end up running the team. "We're not in a rush to do it because we're focused on our primary business with the Warriors," he said, "in building an arena in San Francisco. But if the opportunity came along, we would definitely do it." Well, the chance came along and was strangely tied, if you look at the timeline, to what AASEG was doing starting in 2021 when they announced their objective of bringing a WNBA team to Oakland. So WNBA clearly knew that Oakland was going after a team. The question is, at what point in time did Lacob wind up being put into control by the WNBA of securing a franchise over Ray Bobbitt and AASEG? That's the main question. All right. So the WNBA, San Francisco WNBA announcement is on Thursday, but the real question is, what will Oakland do? All right. So here comes the announcement in a few hours. It expected that Oakland would be presented as the headquarters for the team, which brings more questions. Will Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao be at the press conference with the team? And if so, will Ray Bobbitt himself? I've been texting Ray, but the texting stopped a little bit ago. And did Mayor Thao know about the San Francisco plan all along and not tell Ray Bobbitt? And for that matter, did her chief of staff know and not tell Ray Bobbitt? Okay. Big question. All right. One thing is clear. Ray Bobbitt and AASEG were sandbagged. They were sandbagged by Joe Lacob. The question is, who else joined Joe along for the sandbagging ride, right? That's really the question, all right? And the only way to solve it is to have Ray at the press conference, but that's not going to change the fact that they were sandbagged. We were sandbagged. Oakland was sandbagged. Being headquarters is not enough, all right? So at any rate, while I say, yeah, we ease the sandbagging, it's still sandbagging. It'll be another example of what happens in Oakland, in the sports business area, because there are too many subgroups that are working against each other. Teamwork makes the dream work. In Oakland, we have lost sight of that. Everybody has their own little thing. I was saying this to Ray. He has his group. Someone has their subgroup. Dave Stewart is bad-mouthing him. Dave Stewart turned in a proposal for the Coliseum City that was fraud. And I told Dave and his great wife, Lonnie, that they should have jailed the guy that they hired to produce it. I went through it with a fine-tooth comb. What the guy did was he tried to fool you and me into thinking he actually had developed a new town in Prince George's, Maryland, when in point of fact, he hadn't done anything. It was all a fake. And the idea is, well, if I can do this, then I can certainly do something for Dave Stewart and Coliseum, right? No. The guy's background is in nuclear physics. He was suing the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Research. This is the person that Dave Stewart chose to write his proposal. And so Dave Stewart runs around calling Ray Bobbitt and company clowns and everything. That's bad. And they're both black. That's another story. Okay. I talked about it before here. All right. So landlord says, WNBA doesn't generate any money. Glad Oakland didn't fall for that trap. Just cheer for the Roots. No, I think the WNBA, I disagree with you there. The WNBA is on television. It generates money. Case closed. All right? The Roots are not on television. They don't generate money. Case closed. Now, can the Roots generate money at some point if they're developed? Of course. But let's not get wild about this stuff, okay? We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. So, at any rate, it's I'll be back with more. There's a lot more to come, especially during it. The press conference is going to be something. Who says what to whom, when, and why? Stay tuned. Subscribe to Zinni62 and bookmark OaklandNewsNowBlog.com. Bookmark ZinniReport.com. Like and subscribe this live stream too. We'll see ya.